I'm Jacqueline Burkpile with Church Pop, and it's so nice to see you again, Roma.
See too.
And we're here to discuss the movie or the TV show, The Baxters, which I loved, by the way. I couldn't stop watching it.
Good, that's the right answer.
Um, so why did you decide to create this TV series? I really loved that it had a very Christian message to it, especially the pro-life message and uh, a message about the sanctity of marriage.
Yes, I mean it really. This was it's based on a best-selling book series by the amazing author Karen Kingsbury, and I came to the project really as a fangirl. Someone had given me the very first book, Redemption, and I couldn't put it down. I was just pouring through it. And as I was reading it, I thought, gosh, this needs to be a TV series. There are 27 books in this series. So, in success, the TV series could live forever. After I completed that first book, I just felt compelled to reach out to Karen Kingsbury personally and ask her if I could option the rights to make it into a TV show. Thankfully, she agreed. And here we are, about to launch the series on Amazon's Prime Video for Easter. And I'm really super excited. Listen, it's hard to get anything going. It's hard to get a show made. It requires so many people. It really does take a village. But I gathered a great team around me, a wonderful cast to bring these characters, these rich roles to life. It is a family that reflects our values. We rarely get to see that on television. I don't know that there is a church-going, praying, biblical-based show that exists on TV. I think people of faith, it will be very meaningful to see a family like this. They're not a perfect family. There's plenty of challenges that are thrown in their direction. They are brought to their knees many times. But I think what is different is we get to see these problems modeled through the lens of a family who believe in God and a family who are not afraid to hold hands and pray. And so that when life brings them to their knees, while they're down there, they're praying. And it's a beautiful cast. And I'm like a proud parent suddenly to see this launch, very shortly, and hoping that families everywhere, when they're gathered for Easter, which is our hopeful holiday, isn't it? And when they're gathered, I'm hoping that they'll curl up in the comfort of their own home on the couch with their parents and their kids and watch this show together.
Well, what would your message be to those who might be turned off by something like this? Since it's so countercultural, what would you want to say to them to encourage them to watch the show,
I
even
think,
just
listen,
Christian?
I think, you can watch show about any number of topics. You don't have to be living in the thing to enjoy the story. I think there's something relatable in this family for everybody. It's not exclusive to Christian audiences. But I think what is special is that Christian audiences don't often get to see themselves on the screen. And so I think this is what makes this quite unique and special. Um, and, for anybody that's going through any of these challenges themselves, infidelity, illness, addiction, someone in their family who's turned their back on God, maybe watching the Baxters will help you, be able to handle some of those situations, because we see how this particular family come together. They don't always like each other. They don't always approve of each other's behavior or each other's choices, but they always love each other. And ultimately they always have each other's backs.
What do you hope that all people take from this?
I think probably just that, maybe a reminder of the strength of families, that we all belong to each other. Even if you don't have a family that looks like this, you may have a community that looks like this. I think that COVID reminded us all of how isolated we can be, how lonely life can be. And I think something like the Baxters is just a reminder that when good people come together, that sense of belonging can be a very real and comforting thing.
Well, thank you so much, Roma. I really appreciate you taking the time to be with me and my audience.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.